so bad at doing these damn intros. My mind just goes bleh every time I turn on this damn camera. I start writing down talking points or something. Hello and welcome. My name is Akemi, also known as Akemi-kun Cosplay. And if you are new here, I am a cosplayer of 10 plus years. I don't know, I feel like that's my only personality trait. And if you are returning, hi, welcome back. Good to see you. Hope you've been well. But today we are going to be touring my cosplay crafting room. A lot of you guys have been asking to see a more in-depth video on my crafting room. I've only really posted small snippets here on my TikTok and Instagram. And in complete honesty, I am actually renting this space. So this house is not my own. So if you see any loose wires, unfinished edges, or a few screws missing from some brackets here and there, please do not judge me too harshly. I am trying to minimize the amount of holes I'm going to have to fill when I move out of this place eventually. But I figured I could still give you guys a tour of my space just to even inspire you. I don't know, we'll start the tour. Hey, what's up, NTV? Welcome to my crib. So, come on up. Woohoo! So, here is the craft space. It's about 1,000 square feet, I think. So for one person, way too big. When I have 3 to 4 people working up here at one time, perfectly good size. But this is located on the 3rd story of our house. So nice and separate from the rest of the living space. I like to have my workspace and my living space separate just to kind of mentally help keep me checked in during work hours. So right when you come up the stairs, over here is our little dressing / storage area. Nice big mirror via Walmart just to kind of check and make sure things are fitting as I go. Throughout the room you'll see a bunch of clothing racks just for things that I'm either currently working on or need to fix, put together, etc., etc. I try to keep it organized, but I honestly don't really have a rhyme or reason to it. I have a little to-do list and a little board right here just to kind of keep me inspired, keep things organized.
And you're gonna see me in the mirror.
That's fine. And then, oh, here's Lily from Tekken. Right now I am on tour with Tekken for the rest of the year, so been needing to keep repairs on her, keep her clean, so I just like to have her out just in case. I know, these shoes are by FD Cosplay Studio. You should go follow them. They do amazing work. Shout out to them for coming in clutch when I needed them because I only had about 2 weeks to throw Lily together. Right here is my wall of ears. Most of these are from my good friend Aquarius Garden. She is so talented. I love her to death. Speaking of death, she made these death ears for me. Aren't they cute? Yeah, I love them. Right over here, I had a Zyla commission for Fake Nerd. I just shot her yesterday. Throw up a photo. Ah! Over here in this corner is one of our little wig working stations. Both of my assistants end up working for a wig maker here in Vegas, so if you see any wigs in process throughout this video, it's not my handiwork. I'm not that talented. Wig working is actually my least favorite thing to do, so as you will see via Wig Wall, I buy a lot of wigs from a lot of other talented wig makers. But right here is where they do a lot of wefting, crimping, all that good stuff. Stumpy actually does a lot of lace front work as well, which is what this big magnifying glass is for. Very cool. I can't do that. And then over here, a little bit of storage. Gotta keep things organized. I usually like to keep things out invisible, so if I'm running low on something, then I know exactly what I need to go buy more. More rack space for things currently in progress. This is for Danny Phantom. I'll get to that one day. Over here, this is where I spend most of my time. Here is my sewing table. So this one is the smaller of the 2 large tables, but it is literally just put together with melamine board that you can find at Home Depot and these cute little 2x2 calyx shelves that you can get at IKEA. So it's literally just tabletop, couple of shelves, nothing fancy. but it's nice, it's sturdy, and it doesn't wobble at all while I'm sewing, so pretty good. This is my tried and true, my Brother 1500 SL. It only does one stitch, one really good straight stitch, but it's really good at sewing through multiple layers of fabric, so perfect for any foam work, leather for cosplay, all that good stuff. Not sponsored. I just really love Brother. I've worked with Brother, Juki, Singer, a bunch of brands, and Brother is tried and true out of the home machine brands. They do excellent work.
But here's then a question for you.
Yeah.
As beginner cosplayers, what do you think is a good sewing machine to start?
Anything you can grab your hands on, honestly. You can get really good home sewing machines for $150 nowadays, which is really nice. But if you can find one for the Brother brand, I find them the most reliable. I do have a Singer myself, I think I've had it for over 8 years now and it has not failed me. But I figured the Brothers are a little bit more tried and true, for sure. And then over here on this end of the table, I have my serger, also a Brother machine. If you're going to do anything for cosplay, I recommend getting a home sewing machine that does at least a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch. And if you want to get really fancy, invest in a serger. Basically, the only thing the serger does is finishes up raw edges, but that way it just elevates the whole costuming experience, makes everything look really professional. Underneath each of the tables, I use the calic shelves for storage, so extra machines, tools, pins, threads, anything I might need to grab really quickly. Underneath each of the tables, I have a little outlet glued to the bottom of them, so that's where I plug in all of my machines, tools as I'm working, but also helps keep the cords off the table. Very nice and easy. But I'm sure everybody is dying to know the big old wig wall, of course. So these shelves are about 14 inches wide and I think 12 feet long. They're all custom from Home Depot and just regular ass bracket shelves too. When I moved into this place, I was like, wow, that's a big blank wall. Perfect to store all of my wigs. I think I have over 80 of them right now. I believe I've only styled like a handful myself. We can do like a little tour of some of my favorites. Let me see. And that way, if you guys are looking for wig makers too, I recommend all of these wig makers I'm about to mention. Like my Lennon Rin from Vocaloid. These ones are done by Umbra Wigs. They're absolutely glorious. I'm sure y'all have seen Len on TikTok. He's gone viral a couple times. Banana fun! These KDA, Ari, and Evelyn wigs are by Whisperia Workshop, another one of my favorite wig makers. They also do excellent work, especially if you're looking for more natural styles. These ones I have yet to wear. Ducky and Gyutaro from Demon Slayer. These ones are by Rent Wigs, or Rent-chan, I believe, on Instagram. Amazing work. Love her stuff. My Spider Gwen and Femme Miguel wigs. These ones are by In Cosplay brand on Instagram. I've only started working with them recently, but they also do natural styles really well. They actually designed my Peach wig too, so they do these very cartoony and anime styles as well. Excellent work. Love their stuff. And in case you thought the big wig wall wasn't enough, I have a little wig corner as well. Look at all these babies. I have too many. I love supporting other artists, and since wig making is both my least favorite thing to do and my weakest skill, I am more than happy to pay very talented people to do them for me. My Psyche wig right here and also my Tough wig are by Hihi on Instagram, another talented wig maker. I love their stuff so much. Screw it, we'll do one more. This isn't the craft workshop tour anymore. It's all my wigs. Let's showcase all the wigs. These Popstar Game Gyaru wigs are by Hidori on Instagram, another very talented wig maker. Just love wig makers. They're so good. Right here is just a little bit of storage space. Basically, it's mainly to display things I don't have room for, but then also it's where I keep a lot of my essentials that don't go with particular costumes. So binders, bras, tights, lacings for different shoes, Anything like that basically goes in this dresser. And then right here is my prop wall. So basically this is just two 4-foot by 8-foot pegboards leaned up against the wall. Most of these I've made myself. This scissor blade from Kill la Kill is by GS Props. He's super awesome, love him. And then anything that's 3D printed is most likely modeled by my favorite 3D modeler, Spearmaster Cosplay. He 3D models a lot of my stuff. He's modeled my Rivers of Bloodblade and my Uchiha Katana up there. He also did these death sides from Puss in Boots. He's very, very talented. Oh, and then he also did both of these Fantasy Gyaru props in the corner. They turned out amazing. Yeah, most of the time I 3D print my own stuff out of my garage. I don't know if you guys want to see, maybe we can do a garage tour. Usually it's just where I paint and 3D print most of the messy stuff that you wouldn't want to do inside of the house. But yeah, let me know if you want to see a separate video for that. Can move on to storage over here, I suppose. Most of my storage is for loose fabric, and again, it's mostly calic shells from IKEA. A blend of like 1x4, 2x4s, 2x2s, whatever works, honestly. A lot of this is left over from my office space. Oh, hello, Stumpy. Oh, that looks super cute. Yay! Here, show the camera. We shot that last night. Stumpy is very talented. Up here, I have more prop storage.
Famous Vi gloves.
Yes, tried and true Vi gauntlets. They don't fit anywhere else, so they will sit up here until they're needed again, basically. And Chainsaw Man helmet. Love that helmet. The 3D print of this helmet is actually by Habitier Workshop. They also do amazing work. But majority of the sanding was done by my mom. My mom sanded this helmet. She's pretty cool.
When she was playing the dentist.
Yeah, that was really funny. She was like hunched over, like with a file, getting in between each of these teeth to get it super smooth. But yeah, she does good work. She does good work. But basically how I like to organize my fabrics is that I have them labeled by like type, just very basic, generic. And then I like to keep swatches pinned to the outside so I know exactly what's in that box. Don't look inside the boxes, they're pretty messy, but you know, it gets the job done. For some of my other materials, they are kept in drawers, which I also have labeled as well. So threads, zippers, different types of hardware, Velcro, have lots of different types of fabrics. So if by the off chance I don't have something, that's usually a shock. And then right here is my tried and true pegboard wall of tools. I like to use these heavy-duty magnetic strips to hold on to a lot of my scissors. These little thread spool holder thingies I just have hanging on the pegboard as well, so I can see what colors I do and don't have. I have my rulers hung up. I like to hang up my ribbons as well. I don't reach for ribbons super often. I like to pull down on them and then snip what I need instead of having to dig around through drawers and then roll them back up and all that madness. I much prefer to hang them on a curtain rod. I think it works a lot better. And then also pattern paper, same thing. I just pull out how much I need, do a little snip snip, and then that way I don't have to shove it in a drawer, roll it back up.
Show you that you're like on your tiptoes.
I need a stool up here. That's the one thing I don't have. I need a stool because sometimes things are up high and I'm not that tall. I have lots of storage for baubles, boning, that kind of thing. I like to hang on to a lot of my sewing books from school. You never know. Sometimes I might need information on like a swatch or a technique that I've forgotten about on the off chance.
And patterns
and all kinds of stuff. Oh, another tip, if you're familiar with patterns, the ones that you get at Joann's, one, they're expensive, and two, they come on this super flimsy pattern paper. It's like tissue paper, more or less. Very much. It's a little waxy and it tears, rips, and if it gets wet, forget about it. You're done. So instead of cutting them out and only getting one use out of the pattern, I take my tracing paper and I will lay this out, trace out the size that I need, and then that way I still have access to the master pattern if I need it later on. That is a trip that I learned back at the office. So that way, still have the main pattern, and then I can adjust the one that I've made however I need. And then all of the patterns that I make go into little slips like this. So I've yet to file and store this away. Normally it goes into one of these many binders of all of the patterns that I've made over the years. But it gets labeled. Also, there's like a little printout usually of what it's for, and then you can see the pattern. So in the future, if I need to make something that looks similar to Zyla's jacket, or if I just like the sleeve that I patterned for it, I can dig for this and then just pull out the sleeve, copy it onto a new costume. Again, I've been doing this for too long. And then I got a big old whiteboard of just secret plans. You get a little sneak peek of stuff that we are planning on shooting, things that I need to make. And then over here, in a very unorthodox fashion, I have this cheap old silver cart and my circuit cutter. A lot of vinyl, stickers, all that good stuff.
At least one Levi.
Oh yes, gotta have at least one Levi on all my tools and materials. But I keep all of my vinyl stored in here. I honestly just kind of ran out of space and I didn't know where to put this, so I figured right here in front of the window. Very organized. And then over here is my little workspace. Can't really, oh damn, my big gamer chair's in the way. But here's where I do some of my editing, where I connect the circuit cutter to anytime I need to set up 3D prints. Just my tried and true little gamer laptop right there, easy peasy. I installed this TV myself. Look at it in all of its I know. I use the stud finder and everything.
Oh wow.
The main thing that people love about this workshop is this big, giant table. Everybody loves this table. Same thing. It is just a 4x8 foot melamine sheet from Home Depot, and underneath it is just two 2x2 calic shelves and one 1x2 calic shelf, all keeping it together. Again, super sturdy. It's not going anywhere, and it can support my weight just fine. Look at that. Oh, for scale, yeah. So you can get an idea of how tall I am. Just based off of how much space I take up on this table. It's a big table, but you can probably have like 3-4 people working on small projects on this comfortably. For me, just years after, cutting out fabric on the floor, huge pain in the ass, I wanted a big ass table, so I didn't have to be on the floor and do that anymore. So this is plenty big if I need to cut out like a big circle skirt or whatnot. Also, if you check underneath, more storage, fabrics, leftover tools, materials that I might need. Oh, and then also under each of the corner there is a little outlet. There's one on the opposite corner of this table as well, so usually it's for hot glue gun steamers. A lot of wig work is done on this table too, and it works great for wig work because lots of space, lots of places to lay out hair. I don't know, I feel like I didn't explain things very well, but also I feel like everything in this video has been relatively straightforward. The tabletops are from Home Depot, all the shelving is from IKEA. that is the extent of my organizational skills. And pegboards. Pegboards are great. And where I can, keeping things out in the open so I know exactly how much I have of a certain thing, so I don't go out and accidentally buy more. Is a great way of saving money and reducing inventory. Pico has a little cat treat right there. Our little resident cat. But honestly, he's very, very particular to Stumpy, so he'll just sit wherever she's sitting. So, this place gets great natural light during the day since it is on the 3rd floor. But usually I like to keep the fluorescents on because I'm used to working in a little office dungeon, so, personal preference.
Sunlight, whoosh.
Yeah, I don't work during the day, I only work during night hours. Let me know if this was interesting, or if you have any questions or even tips on how I can improve. As I mentioned before, we're renting, so please don't point out any of the wires that are hanging from the ceilings. I just straight up did not want to put any more holes than I needed to in the wall, otherwise they would be organized. Probably. But yeah, until next time. Bye-bye. Bloopers and all will be good content. What is it? I forgot already.
73 questions with Vogue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know.